and new LED headlights. It's responsive. It's not super sporty, of course. The motor noise is a lot less. Hey guys, this is you. This is the new Kia Carnival Hybrid. Although it's a facelift version for the interior exterior, but most important change is this particular hybrid drivetrain. On the last video, I've done a comprehensive walk around for the interior and the exterior. In today's video, we're just giving a quick guidance. First thing, that's the new 19-inch hybrid alloys. Looks nice, matte grey finish. At the front, this is a whole new grille, so glossy black and glossy silver finish over here, and new LED headlights are also available. In New Zealand, there's only one version, which is this particular top spec. It comes with all the things you need as a daily drive. The vehicle is, of course, quite chunky, over 5.1 meters long, nearly 2 meters wide. Tailgate is power adjusted, of course. It's on the slow side, but it's totally fine for the size of this vehicle. Even with the seats all the way up, you are getting more than 600 liters of boot volume, but you can also drop the seats if you need to. Pull in this and pull this very nicely. That means you can have somewhere around 1,000 to 2,000 liters of boot space with the seats of the third row all the way down. So that's really cool. That's massive for the size of this vehicle. Electric sliding doors are also available on the new Kia Carnival Hybrid. The center seats, of course, can be removed if you need. All these New Zealand version are 8 seats configuration. Nice leather finish over here. Of course, adjustment, sliding, everything you need. Let's get inside the driver's seats. This is what we want to talk about today. In terms of finishes, they have slightly different build material over here. So some sort of leather finish and some fabric finish around the doors, around the trims over here, so it looks really nice actually. In the center console, big center storage over here, 2 cup holders, phones, wireless phone charging, and the normal pad over here. You can see the wireless phone charging is working, and you can also see USB-C charging are now available on the all new Kia vehicles. In terms of sitting position, really nice. Visibility is really good as well. Because the seats are quite high up, I can see pretty much around me everything. I love this small quarter window over here as well. Electric seat attachment plus memory and cooling, heating function are also available on this particular spec. The steering looks identical to the last generation, but the dashboard and the screen looks quite different. These are the new design. This is 12.3 inch and this is 12.3 inch as well. Overall, very nice to control, and everything's pretty sharp. It's responsive. The logic of this is very similar to the last generation. There are tons of settings or hidden under the settings screen. So nice and well done, basically. The center screen is also easy to read. You get some panels on the left and right, and you get panels in the center for your quick adjustment or for your cruise control information. Under the screen, we are getting the same treatment as the Sportage, so just quick buttons for your aircon, or click this, quick buttons for your navigation, map, or home screen, whatever. So yeah, overall, very nice finish inside, everything's as you can expect from the new Kia vehicle. You don't lose any features, to be fair, on this particular generation. Let's get it on the road. I can't wait to take it for a test drive. Alright, electric shift for the gear selector. While you're on low speed, you don't hear any engine noise, and then it will kick in because the petrol motor is charging the battery, just like that. So this is how the new drivetrain works. In terms of power spec, this is 1.6 liter turbocharged petrol motor combining a hybrid drivetrain or hybrid motor. The combined power output is 180 kilowatts of power, and combined torque is 367 Newton meters. Next thing, the vehicle is 2-wheel drive, so front-wheel drive only for the hybrid drivetrain. It's mounted a 6-speed automatic gearbox. That gearbox works quite nicely, quite swiftly when you put the foot down. There are different drive modes that's available, Eco, Sport, and Smart. Eco being the most efficient mode, of course. Smart, or just something in between. You can change it whenever you like by pressing the drive mode button. There are also pedal shifters, allow you to change to different drive modes if you wish. And in terms of acceleration around this corner, pretty nicely. When you put the foot down, I feel like this is a small car, but once you are steady on the road and once you see the space inside the vehicle, it does feel like a big car. And when you look at the rear view mirror, the screen is large, so you don't lose any of the visibility. That's not bad. But if you're sitting someone tall at the back, you may not see it. That's fine, which means you are getting a digital wind mirror. How cool is that? So if you're fully loaded in the car with heaps of luggage blocking the view, you can use this digital wind mirror, and I quite like it. The image is very clear, so great. I love that. That's cool. Let's go into the drive mode, into sport, just to see how the acceleration goes when we go over the next corner. The brake is okay. There are some sort of regenerative braking. There's a smart regenerative braking available on this vehicle. You can change. That's quite nice actually. It'll recharge the battery. So right here, let's slow it down. There's no one behind me according to the digital wind mirror. At 20, let's put the foot down. 1, 2, 3. There we go. It's not bad, it's not super sporty of course, but the power delivery felt very similar to the 2.2 liter diesel. The diesel has a much more torque at a bit higher speed, where the turbocharged petrol felt a bit more responsive, a bit more reactive once you put the foot down. But again, it's not a sporty car, it's not designed to be a sporty vehicle. It's got a little bit turbo lag on the power, but because the hybrid drivetrain, it's actually quite smooth in terms of pickup. While you're driving, maintaining the speed like this, you are not going to feel much of a delay on the transmission unless you put your foot down. If we do around here, around 50, foot all the way down, it reacts, then it picks up. Just like that. Pretty easy actually for pickup to go. Driving on this sort of surface of country road, you can feel the bumps, you can feel the suspension. So the suspension setting on this vehicle is McPherson at the front and multi-link at the back. So pretty standard for Kia vehicles. The Sportage, the Sorento all have these sort of suspension settings. They are nice, they are easy. There's no weird things about suspension. It's not going to bounce around. It's not wobbly either, so quite solid on this particular open road. In terms of noise level, this will be a bit more noisier than the Sorento and then the Sportage in comparison, as the interior cabin is so wide, you are going to hear all the noises from the back of the vehicle if the vehicle is not loaded. And if you don't have the music going on, you are going to hear those road noise as well. But the motor noise is a lot less than the diesel, which is another cool thing about the hybrid drivetrain. It's less noisier, and it's pretty good. Handling wise, yeah, it's a big people mover. The ground clearance is lower than the Sorento, so it doesn't feel as high as the Sorento when you go through corners, but you are getting those body rolls here and there, and that's what this car is for, of course, for most people's daily drive. But riding on the surface is still very comfortable. I would say the rear cabin will be a bit more noisier than the front, but the front is relatively comfortable. There's no other weird knockings, and yeah, it's pretty nice to drive. At some point, at some stage, when you go around corners, it always kind of feels like a small car, like a medium-sized SUV, but once you sit on the road, once you feel it, it definitely does feel like it's a chunky van you are driving. This is a downhill. Let's do another speed test from 20 here. 1, 2, 3. That's much swiftly. And riding on this country road, very comfy again. handles okay. And when you want to slow down, you can definitely feel it's a long vehicle. You can feel the weight at the back is dragging the vehicle, but it's fine. This is what you expect under this particular drivetrain. So let's go back to the efficient mode of the Eco just to see how this works on the Eco mode. And once you stop, this is quiet. Feel like the car is dead, but it's not, of course. And at low speed, you are getting those small whiny noise once you take off as the electric motor is working. And then the petrol motor will kick in because we are on the much higher speed. Yeah, overall the driving experience on this car is very pleasant. It's very easy to live with. And for someone who is used to a petrol vehicle, you will not be disappointed with this particular hybrid drivetrain. For someone with the experience of the diesel, this works a little bit different from the drivetrain from the start and go. But the good thing about this is it offers really nice cabin noise because there's no motor noise. There's barely any motor noise, I should say. And in terms of features, this car comes with a lot of features like the side view that's available on this vehicle, 360 camera that's available on this vehicle, all the adaptive information, cruise control and driving assistance are also available on this vehicle. So yeah, overall very, very pleasant to live with and certainly not a bad car or bad van at all. What's your opinion on this car? Let me know in the comment down below. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you do not forget to subscribe and like. That's the best way to support the channel. And I will see you next video. Thank you very much.